Hey everyone, it's Kyle here, Azor Hype. The new Avengers Endgame trailer has arrived, giving us an even deeper look at what we can expect to see in the epic finale that's only 6 weeks away. In this trailer breakdown, I want to discuss the new clues, Easter eggs, and themes that will be very important in Avengers Endgame. The new Avengers Endgame trailer connects events from the past to our current timeline, letting us know that the stakes are at an all-time high. We have to remember that this is the epic finale and the culmination of 22 films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that will forever change everything as we know it. This new trailer has a very emotional tone, with a significant portion of it that's featured in black and white. Showing us these scenes in black and white not only serves as a way to help emphasize emotion, but it also lets us know that there is a certain timelessness that our photographic memory associates with these colors. This is part of what makes Marvel movies so great, because we are able to reflect on our hero's long journey so far. Avengers Endgame will likely showcase the final appearances of some of our favorite characters, focusing on these important relationships, which is why the use of black and white is so interesting in this trailer, because it helps us see the past in a different light. Avengers Endgame is going to have the longest runtime yet for a Marvel movie, which is rumored to be around 3 hours, and in my opinion, it's perfect because it would essentially give us an hour to focus on the past, the present, and the future. There is a strong possibility that we see time travel in Avengers Endgame, given that we are shown so much of the past in the trailer. And also because of what is stated by the 5 voices we hear speak throughout the trailer, 4 of which are original Avengers. Whatever it takes is said by Thor, Tony Stark, Black Widow, and Captain America, but we hear Peggy state that the world has changed and that none of us can go back. I think most of us know in our hearts that in order for the Avengers to win against Thanos, that it will require a tremendous amount of hope and sacrifice. And that's why I believe the trailer focuses on these 4 voices, these 4 original Avengers, because they are not willing to accept what happened to the universe. We see this reflected beautifully when we see Hawkeye, Clint Barton, and Ronan heavily featured in the trailer, with the shot of Clint training his daughter to be an archer. This is an interesting scene because this more than likely happens before the snap, and I believe that this is actually a pretty huge Easter egg concerning a character that becomes the future Hawkeye in the comics, Kate Bishop. In the trailer, we can clearly see that Clint has now adopted his Ronin persona from the comics as Natasha finds him in Tokyo, so I think we can expect an absolutely badass performance from Jeremy Renner in this movie. This will be the final movie of Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Phase 4 will start with Spider-Man Far From Home, so we could see the introduction of plenty of these new characters in this movie. And one of the most interesting and important characters in Avengers Endgame is definitely gonna have to be Ant-Man. He hasn't had as much interaction with the rest of the characters in Avengers Endgame and wasn't featured in Marvel Avengers Infinity War. However, we hear Janet Van Dyne tell him in the after credit scene of Ant-Man and Wasp that it's very important to not get stuck in a time vortex. In the trailer, we see that his old house is boarded up and that he is very confused, so it will be interesting to see what year he escaped to and how much time has passed since the events of Infinity War. We know that he gets in contact with the rest of the remaining heroes later on because of the original trailer and what is featured here in what I believe to be time-traveling suits before they enter the quantum realm. The reason that Ant-Man is confused is because he doesn't know the snap has happened yet. We can clearly see this, that there is missing persons posters where he pops up in the trailer. This is a very, very important Easter egg. This is where we see him reach out to Captain America and Black Widow in the first Avengers Endgame trailer. Now, while he is in the quantum realm, I believe there is a possibility that we see different time vortexes, including a version of the future where his daughter is alive and not dusted by the snapping. And it's very interesting because this actually connects us to Tony Stark. We have to remember that he had a dream of the future where he and Pepper had a child together. So I suspect that this sparks Tony and the others into action, bringing everyone together to go on a mission through time to change the past. Since very few characters have actually entered the quantum realm, it will be of the utmost importance that they are properly geared up to make this journey, which is why I believe the suits we see in the trailer are time-traveling suits. Another one of the awesome moments we see in the trailer is the duo of Rocket and Rhodey War Machine, but also at the end of the trailer, Thor testing Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel. Kevin Feige has been on record stating that Captain Marvel is the most powerful Avenger, but we can't forget that Thor was this close to killing Thanos with Stormbreaker, so it will be very important that both of these characters team up together to take on Thanos. And it's also rumored that Avengers Endgame is going to be very similar to Return of the King from Lord of the Rings, which means that certain characters will have to carry a heavier burden than others. And power level wise, Thor and Captain Marvel are at the very top, more in line with Thanos. So I think there's a greater possibility that Thor survives as opposed to a character like Tony Stark or Captain America. All three of these characters are heavily featured in the trailer, and for good reason. They could be seen as the three main protagonists or heroes in the current Marvel Cinematic Universe. They will have to take on Thanos together, and even though Thanos has achieved some level of peace at the end of Infinity War, there's no doubt that they're going to disrupt that. There's so many more Easter eggs and clues throughout this trailer, including Nebula becoming an Avenger and the awesome new Avengers suits like I talked about earlier. So this won't be the only video focusing on this specific subject. I will actually be doing a podcast next week talking about Captain Marvel and diving more deeply into these trailers, so be on the lookout for that. And tomorrow I will actually be dropping another Marvel video discussing the awesome news and the return and rehiring of James Gunn for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So tomorrow it's going to be a video on Guardians of the Galaxy and all of the awesomeness that James Gunn has brought to the series. I would love to hear your thoughts and theories and what Easter eggs you caught in the trailer in the comment section. And I would also love to hear what kind of Marvel videos you want to see in the future on the channel. You can find the links to my social media and Patreon in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hype and love.